Good morning. It is March 22, 2024. And if you can believe it, it is a Friday once again. Here in Sherbrooke, I'm eating a hot dog. And it's negative 11 degrees Celsius. So 12 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little windy. Some westward wind gusts of 24 kilometers an hour, but sort of a more average wind speed. 17 kilometers an hour. So it would be a gust of 15 miles per hour and a westward wind of 10 miles per hour. I'm eating a hot dog for breakfast because I'm legally allowed to do so. And I wanted to eat a hot dog, so I'm going to eat this hot dog. Continue on today, the theme of songs that make me cry. I've decided to not go with something so emotionally intense today. Well, I wouldn't say it's not emotionally intense, it's just I started off with songs that were more sad or just like really intense even. I don't know. I'd say emotionally more difficult for me to get through. Um, in a good way, but still, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Scratch that. Um, I guess I'll go with a song that has made me cry less, but has technically made me cry on a couple occasions. I guess before it was songs that more consistently had made me cry, at least over a certain period of time. Today, the song I'm thinking about is "Honey, Watch Your Ass" by Jason Molina, off of his masterpiece, Pyramid Electric Company. Both of his both of these solo albums that were released during his lifetime are masterpieces. I believe that Secretly Canadian, I don't want to throw any shade necessarily on them as an organization, but I disagree with the way that the remaining recordings by Jason Molina that they own are being handled, because they haven't in a few years, but released some stuff that was just like it made sense why it wasn't released. Anyway, this song is a perfect example of why I believe Jason Molina is one of the greatest lyricists in that I've ever heard. I mean, I was gonna try to contextualize it within American music, within independent music, whatever. No, one of the greatest lyricists I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I sort of don't even want to tell you the lyrics at the end, which are really the most intense and beautiful part of the song. I mean, they're all beautiful, but at the end, it's like getting. I mean, that's sort of like getting stabbed in the heart, in a beautiful way. But I sort of don't want to ruin it because it's. I would recommend listening to the song with the lyrics and reading the lyrics at the same time. If I sometimes have trouble focusing on lyrics the first time I hear songs without, or I'm doing stuff. How about this? I would recommend listening to this song while doing nothing else. Just sit down and listen to it, and enjoy it, because it's a beautiful song, and I can relate pretty deeply, and I think a lot of people can relate deeply to this. Like, we all adapt to the world, to life, to the trauma, and a lot of that happens before I was going to say before we're old enough to understand, but I think often we still can't understand when we're adults without like some outside help, which could be like therapy or even just talking to other people with similar experiences, or just getting different perspectives. But a lot of this happens while we're kids, and so we don't even really understand how we are adapting or that we are adapting to to the harshness of life. And like yesterday, I was talking about Shannon Leigh's song "Unconditional." You know how she's made a choice to keep making art, to try to create something good and beautiful in this sometimes very harsh world. And the character in Honey Watch Your Ass um, is attracted to what hurts her. And she doesn't really know why, but she has some wisdom. You know, a part that comes back. She's covering her heart with her hands and says, "A little useless praying never hurts anything," which is making me a bit emotional right now. Um, like, I mean, that could be like a mantra for for trying to get through life. Like even me, as an like I'm an atheist, but metaphorically, a little useless praying never hurt. You're trying to find some faith um, when you have to contend with things you don't understand, but also like when you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you understand that you're making a mistake, at least on some level. You just don't know how to act any differently because of that adaptation, because that's just how you've adapted to deal with the world. And for me, it's alcohol. Um, for the people, it's relationships, food, you know, it could be anything really. But it's just sort of hard to, I'll say this. No, I won't spoil it. You, this is a very well written song. You'll get it. Just one thing that I didn't know, because it's a very like American, more like Southern American, and thing that also isn't really like that much of a part of my generation. A switch, in the context of this song, is a stick that in some cultures, places, I'm pretty sure it's like, I've heard about this from the American South. Um, and anyway, it's a stick that, like, when a child misbehaves and the parent wants to punish the child, the parent will make the child go outside of the house and find a stick with which to be beaten. The parent will make the child choose the weapon that they will be beaten with. And I mention this because there is a mention of a switch in this song. And, I mean, the line doesn't really make any sense without that context, but I guess you could maybe figure it out. Not figure it out, but sort of like ignore it, if that makes sense, and move on to the next one. But once you know that context, which I didn't know the first time I heard it, when I heard this, like, oh shit, okay. It just ties everything together. Later today, I mean, it's gonna stay fucking cold. I gotta work at 4 o'clock, I believe, which is fine. I'm glad to work. I'm actually really happy to work, but I don't want to go outside. But it's sunny. I mean, you don't really see because of the there. But I opened the curtains, and I even opened the little semi-transparent curtains that I use for privacy. But now I have no privacy as I eat my hot dog because I want all the sun. We're supposed to start at night, late tonight, but so bad it's supposed to be sunny Few clouds. Look at the hourly forecast. Pretty much a low of like -5 degrees Celsius. Like 22, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Although it is cold, sorry for talking about with my mouth open. With my mouth full. Although it is closed, it is cold. God damn it. Although it is cold, although it is visibly and sensorially not spring, so winter. Out there, I see the sun. I see the sky. Today, in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada, all day. Freezing. But above that cold, enveloping that cold, in a metaphorical warmth, are beautiful blue skies and golden sunshine all along the way. Everyone, have a great day.